Hey, how you doing? This is Adam Post, publisher of more than 1,000 comic books and marketing expert, covering this really disturbing program from Best Buy. Best Buy is going full Bud Light, completely woke now. They're training only non-white managers in a special program. This came from James O'Keefe in a tweet he did. Let's get into the story. Before we do, please be sure you are subscribed to the channel. Click the bell for notifications. Give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate you. I'm trying to get to 30,000 subscribers, so if you can subscribe, please do subscribe. Okay, we're going to take this kind of woke article from the street that seems to be freaking out that boycotters are taking notice of this situation and don't like it, because there's going to be a massive rollback of all of these woke discriminatory programs that they say are supposed to be inclusive, but are actually incredibly exclusive. We're going back to a merit-based country. That's just the way it is. The origination of this came from O'Keefe Media Group from this tweet. It says, discrimination. A citizen journalist has revealed Best Buy is partnering with McKinsey and Company on a management training program. The program is not open to white applicants. Quote, candidates must meet the racial requirements below. He asked for any comment from Best Buy. There is no comment from Best Buy, but there's a great video from the quartering, which I did not yet get a chance to see, but a lot of what he does is really good. Definitely recommend that as well. Marsha in Texas also linked a post to a piece here from corporate.bestbuy.com discussing the McKinsey Partner Program in detail. And I want to take a look at that, and I've opened that up in another window for us to check out. But let's get back to this article. Boycotters vow to make a national retailer the new Bud Light. Fresh off of the success of their boycott against Bud Light, social media political activists have set their sights on a new target. And now we're all those political activists. We're just people that want the country to treat everyone equal and based on their merit. Best Buy, the national electronics retail chain, has a target on its back after O'Keefe Media Group published pictures of an application for a minority management program. We will look at that as well. One of the requirements for the program, pretty much the main requirement for the program, is that the applicant identify as Black, Latino, Hispanic, Asian, or Pacific Islander. You've got to be of a certain race to be able to get into the management program at Best Buy. White people were excluded from applying for the minority management program, and this sent some of them wild on social media. Yeah, we don't like any kind of discrimination, no matter what race it's against. And now this woke article kind of goes on to try to explain, as if we don't know this already, that workplace diversity training has been around since at least the 1960s, following the introduction of equal employment laws and affirmative action. Before then, employers could deny minority applicants and face no legal recourse. After the 1960s, the number of diversity programs increased, and so did the number of discrimination lawsuits, as people who previously had no legal recourse against discrimination were suddenly armed with the power of the courts. But the issue of lack of racial diversity in managerial positions has persisted. Between 2003 and 2014, the number of Hispanics who were managers at U.S. commercial banks rose from 4.7% to 5.7%, according to the Harvard Business Review. The percentage of white women representation dropped from 39% to 35%. And for Black men, representation dropped from 2.3% from 2.5%. But you know what? Maybe everybody could just do this based on merit. And if the merit doesn't get you the position that you want, maybe people need to get more support from their family or more support from the community. But no, you're not allowed to take this as an opportunity to create an application that I couldn't even fill out because I'm not the right race. Here's what the application actually looks like. McKinsey Management Leadership Academy programs. But before the application, what is a McKinsey Leadership Program? Best Buy employees are taking their talents, only ones of certain races though, to new levels through a new training course that helps empower high-performing managers and establish a diverse workforce. As part of Best Buy's commitment to develop and support our employees who identify as Black, Indigenous, or people of color, we've partnered with McKinsey and Company to offer the McKinsey Management Accelerator Program. The McKinsey Management Accelerator Program focuses on professional career development by customizing its curriculum and discussions to the unique situations, experiences, and opportunities of BIPOC professionals. The program is set up in a mini MBA style that covers topics like strategy development, critical thinking, networking, and problem solving. So this is a special program that is not open to white people, that is only offered through McKinsey and only offered to their clients who want to discriminate against certain races. I have a big problem with this. I don't think this is good for the country. I don't think it's fair to individuals. And since the Supreme Court made their affirmative action decision, it dramatically affects workplace DEI. This is coming from Forbes. Let's just go through this quickly. Here's the 4 ways that the affirmative action ruling is going to impact workplace diversity, equity, and inclusion programs. There will be widening racial disparities in hiring. Well, what? Based on merit? What's wrong with that? I don't see anything wrong with that. Challenges with retaining underrepresented talent. Well, you can't take a population of employees and decide I want this many black ones and that many white ones and this number of Asian ones like it's paint by numbers. People have to actually earn their place in the job. And if they're in a management role, they need to be able to be responsible for other people, or the entire place starts to fall apart. You can't have people come to a company and then say, no, I'm sorry, you can't have this special management program financed by the company giving you a mini MBA course, which actually is a very big investment in that employee in terms of time and resources and money, but you can't apply for it if you don't look a certain way. There could be a lack of inclusive design. I don't know what that means. We're going to have to read a little bit more. In workplaces where there's a lack of racial and ethnic diversity, the products and services that are created are less likely to be inclusive of varying communities and populations. An example of this, in January 2020, Robert Jillian Borshak Williams was wrongfully arrested by the Detroit Police Department after a facial recognition algorithm falsely identified Williams as the perpetrator of a crime. The 2021 Artificial Intelligence Index report indicates that in 2019, only 2.4% of U.S. residents with artificial intelligence PhDs were black. Well, there's nothing you can do about that. You can't discriminate against people because not everyone knows about artificial intelligence. It's also a very new field. And yes, utilizing artificial intelligence is changing our entire culture. That doesn't mean we have to be racist. Workplace inequities will continue to persist. Well, there are no inequities in your workplace if it's merit-based. If it's not merit-based, then it very likely will have inequities in it. Let's look at this application. Candidates for these programs must meet the requirements below. Additional consideration will be given to those who have active development plans. You have to be currently working in an exempt salaried role. Have worked more than 1 year in the current role at Best Buy. Identify as Black, Latino, Hispanic, Asian, or Pacific Islander. Able to commit to the following to participate in learning sessions and small group discussions. Leadership Essentials, 3 hours per week for 3 months, or Management Accelerator, 3 hours per week for 4 months. These professional development courses are free of charge and a valuable way to enhance your leadership skills and career goals. Here's the second page of the application. Job title. Who is your current leader? What is your job location? Who is your current human resources support representative for your business area or market? Which programs are you interested in, either the Leadership Essentials or the Management Accelerator? They want you to select all the following requirements that you meet. Best Buy employee with exempt status, 1+ year tenure, identify as Black, Latino, Hispanic, Asian, or Pacific Islander. They ask, will you have the time to commit for one of the 2 programs? And they ask again, to which cohort do you identify? Black, Hispanic or Latino, Asian or Pacific Islander? Well, this is obviously a racist program. There's something deeply wrong at Best Buy. Indeed has a really stinging criticism against Best Buy for being very woke. Let's see what this former sales employee had to say. Company was great to work for at first, but started going very woke. Employees received constant emails and videos about what social justice movements to support and even try to influence them on who to vote for. Me Too is used as a retaliatory tool in the workplace. Sales goals were often unrealistic. The forcing of credit card applications was annoying, and they definitely make you aware that they are highly focused on investors and profit margin. The job is great short term, but will wear you down if you stay too long. If it weren't for the whole woke culture they push, it would be a great job to remain in. Pros, flexible schedule. Cons, too woke. Well, this person really didn't seem to like the woke part. This person says it was a good work environment, and I guess to each his own. That's just one job review. but usually these job reviews are pretty useful. Best Buy also had some older criticism. This also came up in the search. From dailymail.com, race for the most woke company marches on. Best Buy and Levi's face customer boycott after offering employee counseling over Kyle Rittenhouse's not guilty verdict. Best Buy and Levi Strauss are both facing a customer boycott after offering their employees counseling over Kyle Rittenhouse's not guilty verdict. Following the news that the teenager was acquitted, the two companies sent out memos telling their employees that counseling was available, with Levi's offering sessions with a racial trauma specialist to encourage healing. Best Buy, meanwhile, sent a memo from the company's Chief Inclusion, Diversity, and Talent Officer, Mark Irvin, who encouraged those affected to take advantage of our mental health services, including the Life Solutions counseling services. However, people took to social media to slam the companies and their woke response to the ruling, with some threatening to boycott their stores and cancel orders. Best Buy is actually offering counseling to employees for the jury getting the verdict in the Rittenhouse trial correct. They just lost a long-standing customer in me, one user wrote on Twitter. Another user on Twitter said they would be canceling orders that they had made with Best Buy and claimed more would do the same. Another said, Best Buy just found out about your memo on the Rittenhouse verdict to your employees. In response, I canceled the $2,500 MacBook on order and the appointment to have stereo work done on my truck for $1,100. There's more like me, the person wrote. Lastly, someone said, I will never ever buy anything from Best Buy again. They offered counseling services to employees after the Rittenhouse verdict. What the F? Another exasperated user wrote. People are really tired of this kind of stuff. And of course, this goes back to 2021. This is not something that just happened, but now you have this new management program, which is like a mini MBA program, which is really a very valuable course only offered to employees who are not white. You really just can't do that anymore, not since the new ruling on affirmative action from the Supreme Court. I'm looking forward to see more coverage on this. I'm looking forward to see more lawsuits on things like this. We need to get companies to go back to following the law and having people being judged again on merit, not the color of their skin. Let me know what you think of all this in the comments below. Always love to see your ideas. Please be sure you are subscribed to the channel. Click the bell for notifications, give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you again soon with another video. And if I don't see you, I will miss you.